Y'all watching another episode of Highly Respected with yours truly, Miss Streetz, and I'm here with a very special, dope, talented artist. Goes by the name of LiL Hyste. What's up, LiL Hyste?
How's it going? How's it going?
I'm good. I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good, just working on some stuff right now.
Yes. Show me the hoodie you got on because I see your name on there.
Oh yeah. This the hoodie we wore. Well, I don't even know if I wore this in my new video up.
Okay, cool.
So yeah.
Yes, and speaking of Up, that's what we're definitely here for because I ran into Up through a friend who told me to listen to the record. And I was like, who is that? And I was like, it's hot. I like this. So talk about Up. Talk about how you made the record, who produced it, and things like that.
Basically I was just in the studio. I was working on some beats, and then I just wanted to get on the internet and work on something. So I found the beat basically online, found it, started vibing to it, and I just started going. Like my manager, she liked me to like the manager and the team, they all like me to write and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So this song I didn't even really write. I went against what they want me to do. So I just started like just doing mad punch-ins. And then before you know it, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna test it. Mm-hmm. And I sent it out and they loved it. And that was it from there.
So it was basically natural how you made the song, as far as you just went in, kind of freestyled, punched in, and made a hit record in my eyes.
Basically, that's basically how it
Do you
went.
normally work like that, or like you said, you kind of write all the time?
I do a mixture of both. So I do it like I write a lot, but not a lot. Mm-hmm. But because I kind of like keep it balanced between the two. So sometimes I go in and then I just freestyle it, but they hate it when I do it. So what I do is I use that as fuel. Like they hate me doing it, I use it as fuel. So I'll be like, you know what, I'm gonna try to make them like a song without me writing. Right. And then I just keep doing it and keep doing it. And then like I just balance between the two. So I write and I go in and just go off the top.
Right, that's cool. So describe your style, like for people who've never heard your records yet. What's your style like?
My style is versatile, really, because what I try to do with my style is I try to create something. Well, I'm not even trying, I'm doing it. I'm creating a lane where you can't really put me in a box. So I might do 8, 9, 10 different styles just on one track. And then the next track, I'll be trying to do something completely different. Like I'll be focusing like what I did on my last song, but like, okay, well, I came in this song like this. So right. Now I'm going to try to completely go left field with it. Cool. But it's energy. I love energy. It's emotional. Some of it is emotional energy. Wordplay, a lot of wordplay. Just kid friendly, adult friendly, everywhere friendly type of music. Because my main thing is I want to be able to have music that you can play in front of your grandma if you wanted to,
right.
Or your kids, or like I said, a church or the YMCA, the Boys and Girls Club, wherever wherever. So
right. That's cool. That's definitely dope. So I see that you also produce as well. Did you start doing that like as you became an artist, or was that something you was doing before?
Yeah, like I started later on in my career. So I really started producing when I became homeless. Mm-hmm. So basically like in the beginning I would get on other people's beats a lot. Mm-hmm. And then I go out, get donations and stuff, but I ran into a brick wall. So I wanted to get my music out to the masses, and I couldn't do it with me being on everyone else's beats. So eventually I was just like, you know what, I'm not going to ever make a mixtape again, which I lied. But I said I was never going to make a mixtape, but that led into me basically, I got homeless, had nothing but time. So then I learned how to play the piano, started making mad songs in the car, and then before you know it, I just started producing and writing records.
Wow. So talk about you being homeless. Like, how did you stay inspired and want to keep making music?
Well, music is my first love. So, um, really, I just had nothing but time on my hands.
Mhm.
So I don't know. It was just, that's really what it just kept me sane because I had nobody to talk to at the time. I was in the car like 4 6 months by myself. I was in school full time, plus I had a full-time job. So, school did enough, but like the days after, like the time that you had to spend after school, I had nothing to do. So I would go crazy if I didn't have the music. So then I was like, you know what, just let me start writing songs or start freestyling songs in the car. And then that kept me saying I started getting on live, just doing freestyles, and then I just started rap. It just kept me sane the whole time.
That's cool. That's the beauty about music, though. Definitely, for sure. Pretty much kind of like you said, kept you sane and saved your life in a way. So that's really cool. So as far as an artist, is there any artist that actually inspired you to make music, start making music?
Um, yeah, like Kurt Franklin.
Mm.
That was one of them who inspired me because I don't know, it's just something about what he could do with voices, like the
Mhm.
high, the tenors, the
Right.
sopranos, the altos, and he just chopping them up like that.
Mhm.
That definitely inspired me. And then Twister, that's another one. I mean, it's a couple of them, but them two is the ones who stood out to me in the beginning
Mhm.
because I liked it the way Twister can say all these words real fast, but they'll be on beat like
Right.
crazy. So I'll be like, man, how you do that? And then I just started trying to learn it. And then that made me fall in love with it too. And then when I first heard my voice on the beat in the dubs, once I was like, I used to go to school showing my teachers, like, look, that's me. And then I was like, you see the background voice? That's me too. That's me too. So that just made me fall in love with it at that point.
That's cool. That's definitely cool. So, like in the beginning of you starting to rap, was like your voice something you had to get used to, or you automatically was like, I like my voice? Because most people don't like their voice. They like, eh. So,
Yeah.
how was your to you? How was that?
Um, it was really in the beginning, I sound like a girl, like a little girl. So, but like the girls back then liked it though. So I was like, you know what? I deal with it. I deal with it. But eventually, I would hear myself sometimes like, bro, I don't know if people gonna know I'm a boy if I sound like this. So so I used to practice on the phone, like talking in my deep voice to people like, yeah, how you doing? How you doing? You know. So then I try to switch that off on a beat
Mhm.
and basically I just grew into my voice. So I liked it in the beginning too. I liked it because I liked I don't know the cadence of my voice, but I did want it to change a little bit.
Right. No, it's definitely you have a very catchy voice, most definitely. So I
Oh,
would say that for sure. Let's talk about Wisconsin, is because that's where you're from, right?
no, that's just why I stayed.
Okay, so that's where you stay. So where are you from originally?
So I was born in California, but
Okay.
I'm I was raised up in so many states. Like I was raised up in Georgia, Arizona, Chicago, Minnesota, Vegas,
Mhm.
Arizona, like I said, Las Vegas. It's Miami, New York. So I
Okay.
kind of yeah, I
Well,
was
with
right.
that being said, now it shifts my question I was going to ask you. So with living in all those places, like how did you adapt to just the music scene, or what did you take away from each city or state that you were in as far as musically?
Um, basically, the way that I adapted was I was already mixing music. Uh,
Mhm.
I was already mixing music, so I was working with so many artists. Like I had some of the best prices in town, so everybody was coming. So I was I was learning the sound from each state.
Mhm.
Like sometimes I talk to my manager and I'd be like, man, over here on like in New York, they have a completely different sound. Like you're not really hearing like the down south rappers. You do now, I think.
Mhm.
But like when I was there on the radio, you wasn't really hearing them. But then like you go to Chicago, it's like completely different. I think last time I was there, I just heard mad Gucci Man. And that was the last time I was there. And so I'm like, you ain't hearing this really like this in New York. And then you go to um Arizona, then they got the whole West Coast sound. Like I don't know if they still playing it like YG. They were playing YG and them like that whole West Coast
Mm-hmm.
or you had to be like mainstream, like somebody big, like I don't know, like Uzi at the time or something.
Right. Or Drake or somebody, right?
Yeah. So I mean, I just learned to adapt just by working with just a group of artists in every state.
That's
Basically.
cool.
And then hearing people say your music suck eventually. I mean, you got to get that part. You got to get it. So,
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, right?
yeah. Yeah.
Yes. So you are an engineer, producer, songwriter, rapper. What else is on your list that the people may be unaware of? Like, what's your other talents that you have?
Um, I got a good eye for like the camera and stuff and messing with graphics and stuff. I like to play with that. So, I dabble in there every now and then. Um, I'm trying to learn. Well, I'm going to learn acting
Mm-hmm.
eventually because I do want to get into movies and stuff like that, and I'm
Right.
going to get into them. So I gotta learn that. That's one thing. That's one thing. That's next.
Cool. So we're gonna see you on the big screen soon, right?
Yeah, definitely.
That's definitely the plan. That's the goal. I like that. So, of course, the new year's coming up. Everybody's saying what they got going on, goals and things like that, resolutions, which I don't believe in. I just believe in goals. But what's next for LiL Hyste?
Um, just more productivity, like more new music,
Mhm.
new videos, just elevating my career, elevating everything that I have going on right now. That's just mainly like every year I always put together, like I sit down and I put together a whole structure of like, okay, last year I had this, my new year I want this, and then I get it. So like it's just I want to build and feel better than I felt either this year or last year. That's how I really do my next years.
Cool. Yeah, that's good. That's cool. So, for everybody who needs to listen to Up, watch the video, comment if anybody want features or beats, how can they get in contact with you, like your Instagram and stuff?
Okay, yeah. So my Instagram, well, all my social medias is linked. So it's LIL apostrophe HYSTE. My video is on YouTube, same thing. You can catch the video. It's released on Vivo on YouTube, same thing. LIL apostrophe HYSTE up. And yeah, man, you can just type that name in and find me on whatever.
Yes, on everything. And then, of course, I want you to give shout outs to everybody that's been supportive of you and your career from the beginning to now. Go ahead and show some love to those people.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to my label, A Thousand Favors, a shout out to Empire, a shout out to my team, JJ Cusco. I mean the T Jeezy, my creative director, my manager. I want to give a big shout out to you because for having me on the show and your whole platform. I really appreciate that. Um, Ra Rizzle. I want to give a shout out to Greedy Greg, just the whole team, everybody, my mom, my kids, my wife, everybody.
Yes, got to shout out the family too, definitely.
Yeah, shout out to all of y'all out there watching. I appreciate y'all.
Yeah. So LiL Hyste, I want you to keep grinding, keep doing your thing. Love the music, like I said. Just keep going. And I see nothing but big things for you in the future.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, LiL Hyste.